Thanks for joining us. I'm Megan Roberts. We begin in the Northwest Territories, where police in Yellowknife have arrested 2 people after an alleged assault against a man. The man says 2 security guards threw him head first down a set of stairs outside an apartment building. The company has since fired both guards. Avery Zingle reports.
An elderly Indigenous man says 2 security guards with Risk Control Canada threw him head first from the top of this stoop in the early hours of Sunday.
Got to the top of here, they just flung me and I landed. They banged my head and I started bleeding, and then I didn't know I broke my wrist until I went to the hospital.
63-year-old Clifford Antoine says he was charging his phone inside the Norseman Manor when security guards dragged him out.
And they asked me to go, so I unplugged my phone and put in my charger in my pocket and my phone in my pocket. And I was going out there.
Antoine says he wants the guards to face charges. Risk Control said in a statement Thursday that it fired both security guards for not following the company's standards. Antoine believes that racism was a factor in the alleged assault.
It wasn't accounted for, though. Yeah, because I was going. I said, well, I'm going, and they still chucked me off the top of these stairs.
A bystander found Antoine bloodied and disoriented. He recorded a video before calling 911.
He said, it's okay if I record you? I said, okay, and they recorded me.
Concrete gash on the head like that. Yeah, there might be anything. You never know what's happening. You fall asleep like that, you never wake up.
Antoine says that others have since shared their allegations of violence by private security.
And if they get away with it, they're going to keep doing it. So, you know, they're getting out of hand. The way they act too, they just don't care about our people. That's the way it seems to me.
Antoine says he's losing income.
I just should be working, and I can't work now till this is healed.
Risk Control Canada is investigating its guards for the second time since November, when a Facebook video surfaced of a guard throwing a man into a bookshelf at Yellowknife's public library. Risk Control Canada says their review found that guard followed protocol. The Northwest Territories Justice Department says it currently has no regulations governing private security in the Northwest Territories. Avery Zingle, CBC News, Yellowknife.
Late this afternoon, RCMP told CBC they arrested both security guards. They face charges of assault causing bodily harm. They're scheduled to appear in court on March 3rd. Some residents of Cambridge Bay, Nunavut say they can no longer stay silent about the community's drug trade. It comes amid a rising number of hard drug seizures across the territory. Samuel Watt has that story.
When hard drugs get into a small hamlets like Cambridge Bay, everybody is affected.
Parents were scared to allow their kids out on the streets. Elders were scared for their safety. So it was almost like it was taking over the whole community.
Natasha and Keith Lair are among many residents who've become increasingly vocal about the drug trade. They've seen the damage it's done to the community.
Seeing families torn apart from kids being taken away from by social services because their parents cannot keep them or feed them because their addiction is so strong.
CBC News requested RCMP data on drug seizures across Nunavut. Of note, police seized 13 times more cocaine in 2025 than the year prior.
I did speak to quite a few of the people, and they said no, it was not worth it bringing harm to the community.
Cambridge Bay Mayor Wayne Gregory believes dealers are preying on people in precarious financial situations to assist them. But he says some of them have now expressed regrets.
He was tripping really bad.
Ekpakohak Robinson used to live in Cambridge Bay, but he still hears stories about people in his circles getting hooked on hard drugs. In November, he says one of his close friends came knocking on his door in Taloyoak after a bad trip from fentanyl.
He said he got it from some white dude through cargo in Yellowknife.
Being a flying community, many drugs entering Cambridge Bay would have to go through Yellowknife, and there lies the issue. It's NWT jurisdiction, and out of Yellowknife, there's no screening for northern flights.
The reality of police work is that our actions do have consequences.
RCMP Sergeant George Henry says he hears residents demanding harsh punishments, but police investigations need to be anchored on facts and not hearsay. He also stresses that drugs aren't just a law enforcement issue, it's also about education.
Like, drugs today aren't the drugs of yesterday. There's a lot of drugs being mixed in with other substances.
Due to an ongoing investigation, Henry declined to comment on what's being done specifically in Cambridge Bay. When asked for comment about screening at Yellowknife, Transport Canada wouldn't commit, and neither would the NWT's infrastructure department, though it did say it's talking with partners to find solutions. Samuel Watt, CBC News, Cambridge Bay.
NWT courts are handling fewer cases of sexual assault in recent years. That's according to Statistics Canada. But there are major caveats on what that means. Devon Tredinik explains.
The number of sexual assault cases in the Northwest Territories that reach a final decision has slowed by about 63% in the past 2 decades. But those figures reflect court processing and not less assault actually happening. It's defined by things like changes in charging practices and how cases are defined. Alex Godfrey is the Chief Federal Prosecutor for the Public Prosecution Service of Canada. He says some recent changes to the criminal code have made cases more lengthy.
Communications, like any text messages, conversations that go on, there has to be deliberated as to whether those are brought before the courts and allowed to be put into evidence.
Lisa Boucher is an assistant professor in gender and social justice at Trent University. She says survivors of sexual assault need support, and that can be hard to come by living in remote communities.
A lot of services and supports that are available are kind of concentrated in urban centers. So for folks, for instance, in more northern communities or more isolated communities, it can be more challenging to find the help that they need.
And in the north, NWT RCMP say many sexual assaults never go reported at all. Devon Tredinik, CBC News, Yellowknife.
To the Yukon now, where authorities in Dawson City are looking for a dog that attacked and killed another dog over the weekend. The town's chief administrative officer says it's the second incident involving the dog in question. The town is warning the public to remain cautious until it's located. Chris McIntyre has more.
The incident happened not too far from where I'm standing right now at the intersection of Duke Street and 6th Avenue in Dawson City. On the evening of January 17th, RCMP and Bylaw Services responded to reports of a dog attacking and killing another dog in the area. It's been 5 days since, and officials still haven't found that dog in question.
Bylaw, animal control from Yukon government, because we understand this dog actually lives outside of the city, so there's a jurisdiction change there. So we support animal control where we can and how we can help them. And the RCMP is always involved in any dangerous situation.
Now, Henderson says the public isn't in any immediate danger at this time. However, he is recommending that people use minimal precautions, such as leashing your pet while walking through town and on trails, and exercising a bit of extra caution when it comes to unleashed animals, especially when walking with your own pet or with children. The dog in question is being described as a black and white Thai Ridgeback Pit Bull. Officials are urging the public to contact the RCMP, Bylaw Services, or Animal Control if they think they've spotted this dog in question. Officials are also urging the public with any information to come forward. Chris McIntyre, CBC News, Dawson City.
The New Democratic Party says reducing the high cost of living remains a priority. On Thursday, the party held its second day of caucus meetings in Rankin Inlet, Nunavut. Carl Cardinal has more.
NDP MPs says they're hearing concern about food prices and the cost of living as their caucus meeting continues in Rankin Inlet. Don Davis is the interim leader of the party.
We've had a number of wonderful meetings with people right here in Rankin Inlet, and things like the unbelievably high cost of living in this place are all, I think, an indictment of the failure of successive Liberal and Conservative governments over decades.
Davis also pointed out challenges with the Federal Nutrition North program. He says the caucus visited a local grocery store to discuss the program with the manager.
More regular audits need to happen to make sure that the money that is being provided by Ottawa to lower the cost of food here goes directly to the people who need it.
Nunavut MP Laurie Idlaut says solutions need to be rooted in Inuit knowledge. She points to paying hunters for their expertise, investing in community freezer, and building local food infrastructure.
Flying in food that ends up going from the airport to the dump is not a very good program. So we need to make fixes that is based on our environment.
Idlaut also says the caucus visit is important because it gives Nunavut more voices in Ottawa.
What this does is help make sure that Nunavut doesn't have only one MP to rely on, but Nunavut has 6 other NDP MPs that they have the voice of when we go back to Ottawa.
The party's new permanent leader will be announced March 29 during its convention in Winnipeg. At the moment, 5 candidates are in the running. Carl Cardinal, CBC News, Rankin Inlet.
Yukon Premier Curry Dixon has published a list of priorities for this term. It promises a boost to public services and private sector growth. Gabrielle Plonka reports.
Usually, when a new government comes into power, the Premier issues each new minister with a mandate letter. That letter outlines priorities and expectations for the coming term. Premier Curry Dixon sidestepped that tradition by issuing just one mandate letter for his entire cabinet. In this letter, Dixon heavily emphasizes growth. He promises to cut red tape to speed up development and support the private sector by removing, quote, unnecessary regulation. According to the official opposition, the letter is lacking.
So the mandate letter is has lots of buzzwords in it. It is very broad, and it's one mandate letter for entire government, and it's not specific. But there are definitely some absences in it. There's no mention of climate or the environment. It doesn't talk about equity-seeking organizations, and a lot of people don't feel like they're reflected in that letter.
But the Premier says he stands by his priorities.
So we know we need to make investments in our energy grid, and that's going to have an impact on the role of Yukon as it pertains to climate change. But at the end of the day, we need to focus on providing reliable and affordable energy to Yukoners and keeping the lights on and the heat on, even in those dark, cold months.
The Legislative Assembly is still on winter break. It resumes for the spring sitting in March. Gabrielle Plonka, CBC News, Whitehorse.
We're hearing more today from the Yukon Liberal Party after former leader Mike Pemberton announced his resignation on Wednesday. Yukon's sole Liberal MLA is now the party's interim leader. Party members appointed Deborah Lee Raitie on Wednesday. The party's president says it's not ideal having Raitie fill in temporarily, but he says the appointment allows the Liberals to plan how to rebuild after 8 years of ruling the territory.
We've been here before. I've been involved in the Liberal Party in the Yukon for 30 years. We've been dead on arrival many, many times. And, we continue to be an option for voters. Not so much in 2025, but I think we'll be a player in the next campaign. And we were DOA in 2002, and in 2011 there was lots of hand wringing. Oh, the Liberals are gone. The Liberals are done. And here we are, 2025, 26. I think we'll be part of the picture the next time around.
Cunning says Raitie will sit as leader for at least this year. He says the next election is just under 4 years away, so there's no rush. Tonight, the party will gather for its AGM and elect a new executive.
Where does bravery live? In Marie-Philippe Poulin, who went from playing in a boys' league to trailblazing a pro-women's league. And in Cynthia Appia, who refuses to let the high cost of sports slow her down. It lives inside Piper and Paul, who use every fall as a chance to bounce back even higher. Where does bravery live? Inside every Canadian, in the moments that define us.
This January on CBC
CBC TV.
I am all over this party.
It's officially cancel your plans season.
Get in, put your arms down.
Turn up the heat with unforgettable drama.
You know, once we do this, there's no going back.
Unstoppable laughs.
Get up.
Family favorites.
Let's play the feud, everybody.
And gripping mysteries.
How gruesome, indeed.
This January, find everything you need to see.
Exactly. For sure.
On CBC TV. And stream anytime on CBC Gem.
I'm heading to the African continent and across the diaspora to speak with activists, artists, athletes. I'm Amanda Paris, always pushing the conversation forward. And this is For the Culture.
Are you serious? And shuffles off upstairs, all secretive.
I find the process therapeutic.
Coronation Street on CBC TV and stream on CBC Gem.
Elders in Paulatuk Northwest Territories want more done to save their language. Salaremutan is one of 3 dialects of Inuvialuktun. It's also spoken in the coastal communities of Sax Harbor and Tuktoyaktuk. But with just a couple hundred speakers left, it's at risk of disappearing. Leni Lambrink has more.
Millie Thrasher is fluent in Salaremutan, but using the Inuvialuktun dialect is becoming harder and harder. In Paulatuk NWT, there are few speakers left.
Duyok tiga ya hisendit. Amamak. Oh, it's hard for me to say that. I speak Inuvialuktun fluently and I love it, but it's getting more difficult because our elders are passing away and no one speaks it, so some days I have a hard time to try to remember a word and say it properly.
411 people can converse in Inuvialuktun, according to the NWT Bureau of Statistics. It estimates 200 can speak Salaremutan, one of the language's 3 dialects. 2 elders I spoke to say they can understand Salaremutan, but they lost the ability to speak it while in residential school. They fear the language will be lost and want more done to save it.
It's going to be a tough time getting it back, learning it back, unless we get someone that really know the language good and teach it to the kids while they're small.
We're just sitting here doing nothing, so I think it's up to every community. It's up to, you get help through the IRC or wherever you can get help, to get more programs happening in your communities.
More programs, like one in Tuktoyaktuk Sod House that's proving successful. The community corporation started using the space for Salaremutan classes about half a year ago.
The environment there is really good. Like you sitting there, we have a wood stove going. There's a never-ending pot of tea and coffee on all the time. So we're getting people in all day.
Nazagalawak says 4 elders teach the twice-weekly classes. Up to 10 people attend.
It's really encouraging, for the first time in a long time that I see some hope of language revitalization too.
The Kitamute Heritage Society is revitalizing Inuit-Naktun, an Inuit language spoken in Ulukhaktuk NWT and Western Nunavut. Its executive director has insight into what works when it comes to teaching and learning a language.
The time is the essence. Time. Even if it's an hour, even if it's 20 minutes, even if it's 5 minutes. Okay, I'm going to pick up something that's in Inuit-Naktun. I'm going to do something that's culturally relevant, like maybe a Laida Kulak.
Back in Paulatuk, people haven't given up hope.
I've got the Salaremutan dictionary that our people took part in putting together. just trying on my own to teach myself again how to say it properly.
We have to keep trying, at least we're trying.
While they might not know what the future holds for their language, they all agree it's worth fighting for. For CBC News, I'm Lainey Lamberink.
26-year-old Chief Devin Felker passed his first resolution at the Dene National Assembly today in Fort Good Hope, NWT. It advocates to increase compensation for chiefs and council in small communities. Felker said told the assembly he has to work in many roles to make ends meet because he's paid just $1,400 a month as chief. Passing his first resolution earned him some praise around the table from fellow leaders.
Danny Gaudette suggested to Dene Nation staff they should frame the resolution for you. What was your thoughts on that?
Oh, I thought that was a pretty funny joke. He kind of read my mind. I'm going to go and do that when I get home. I'm going to frame it and be like, this is the first big move that I did as a chief, and it's going to hold dear to my heart.
He says now that the resolution has passed, he hopes it'll lead to better funding from Indigenous Services Canada for First Nations in smaller communities. He also hopes it'll lead to honorariums that chiefs can live off of. People in Johaven, Nunavut have been dealing with water problems for almost a week now. The hamlet says a leak was detected in the line between the lake it gets water from and its water treatment plant. That's why there's been a boil water advisory in place since last Friday, and water deliveries are slow. Teddy Carter has lived in the hamlet since the 70s. He says his household is making do. There are 6 people in his home, 2 adults and 4 children.
We're trying to deal with it. It's kind of hard, but you have to talk to your family about and your household to kind of save. Don't use too much water in the house. So it half works. I still got a little bit of water in my tank.
Carter says some people in Johaven have run out of water, but community members are helping each other. He says there are young people hauling in ice blocks for those who need them. The hamlet says the situation is putting its water treatment facility at risk. It's using water trucks to bring water to the plant, slowing down delivery to people's homes. In an update on Wednesday, the hamlet said work to repair the water main leak would begin today. The Nunavut Nukiksautit Corporation, or NNC, is holding public meetings on Iqaluit's water power project. The project has been recommended to the federal government's major projects office to be fast-tracked. NNC is an Inuit-owned clean energy developer and a subsidy of the Qikiqtaaluk Corporation. Qikiqtaaluk's president says federal funding has allowed NNC to conduct studies on water flow, wildlife, and plants. He says the meetings are meant to be informative.
Part of the public engagement is to educate them and advise them on what we found, and also at the same time listen to if they have any concerns on what we're doing or what else we can do to get more information.
The first meeting will take place in Pangnaktu. It'll happen from 9 to 11:30 a.m. on Saturday at the Hamlet Hall. The second public meeting will be in Iqaluit on Monday at the Ex-Sarnit Hotel. In Whitehorse, Pivot Theatre's annual Winter Festival is well underway. It recently warmed up Shipyards Park with a fire show. There was a campfire, a paper tree, and fire performers. Take a look.
Some people call it spinning fire, some people call it fire flow. It's basically dancing with fire. And it looks very dramatic, and it is, and it's beautiful. But it's somewhat safe because your wick is the thing that is fueled and keeping the flame. So as long as you're careful, it's beautiful and contained. It's like you're caging the fire and dancing with the fire.
We all use a fuel that obviously naturally needs to burn. It means that it can burn in like different situations where we don't want it to burn though, so fuel management is really important. I've actually got scars on both arms where on different occasions I've had poise wrapped the whole way around while on fire, which was terrifying, but it's because the fuel that we use is designed for that sort of contact coolness in a way. It's not, we don't burn with diesel and things like that. It isn't as much of a risk as say like something a bit more volatile. It's also something that sometimes you'll pick up in a friend of a friend's cousin's backyard, and it's kind of something that people come into kind of organically. But then as you're starting to do live performance and you're teaching other people, the standards of that sort of safety rigor really do become super important.
What is your favorite trick that you do?
That's such a good question. I currently really like a tongue transfer. So I have a lit, kind of like long stick, and I've got one that's not lit, and then I will put the unlit one to get some fuel onto my tongue. I'll light the fuel on my tongue, and then I'll light the stick. And I like that. I think that's really fun.
And that is Northbeat for tonight. For news anytime, go to cbc.ca/north. Thank you for watching. I'm Megan Roberts. Have a good night.